Worst advice I've heard men give other men is ignoring her. No one deserves that. That's not how you make connections. Does that even make sense to you? Ignore someone to make connections? That's manipulation. Don't do that shit. It's weak. It's boring. It's hurtful. It's rude.
What the is with men and their hurt feelings towards the idea of yearning for a female? Everything's gotta be, oh, bro, you're a simp. God forbid he shows emotion towards a woman. Quite frankly, I swear to God, if I end up with someone in this life, if he's not the biggest simp for me, I literally don't want it. If he can't yearn, I don't want it. I don't want it. Like, bro, if you can't make me feel something, get out of my face. You're not in love.
That guy's so nice. Who cares? So many guys are nice. Oh my God, but do they have money? No.
Grown adults need to stop idol worshiping. Watch this. It's sad.
Say him. I can say him.
This is about Justin Bieber. It's
Oh, look at the crowd!
it's wild. Oh man. Oh man. Is that the boyfriend? I feel bad for him.
I always find it interesting that the top listened to podcasts for men are all self-help podcasts, but the top listened to podcasts for women is Call Her Daddy. Debauchery and degeneracy is pushed so heavily towards women that you actually have to wake up every single day and choose not to listen to those things. You not only have to fight it when you're scrolling through your algorithm, but you also have to fight this war that's going on in your mind. There is so clearly a war on young women's minds, and there has been for a very long time. Not only when it comes to your lifestyle and the way that you think, but your actual identity. We don't know what to put our identity into because we're constantly being sold a new identity. This is called a coherent aspirational identity system, and there's a new one pretty much every 6 months to a year. So these billionaires in boardrooms that we talked about that own these platforms, they create these coherent aspirational identity systems, and then they attach them onto your favorite influencer or celebrity. So as a woman consuming this content, you're never going to feel enough because you can't have what they have. This is why women's bodies go in and out of trend, by the way. Have you ever noticed that this is only a woman's thing and not a man's thing? It used to be curvy, BBL, big boobs, small waist, and now we're back to the 90s skinny style. And in a few years, it's going to change again, and you cannot keep up with it, and that's the entire point. These are all campaigns designed to keep you spending money because women have the most power in the consumer market, to keep you depressed because you feel like you'll never be as beautiful as that person, you'll never have the things that they have, and to keep you distracted. It's also to psyop your mind because somehow we've convinced an entire generation of women that marriage is slavery and you should never be dependent on a man, but selling your nudes for $5.99 a month is somehow independent and you're not relying on men. And if you pay close attention, you will see that every single big celebrity, every single big influencer, they all have the same message, even if it's subtle.
What's going on, fellas? Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment down below. Let's get back to the video.
1,000 single women showed up to a church singles event, and only like 20, 30 men showed up.
At this point, I don't understand why anyone is still surprised over this. Between the drizzle movement and the bear versus the man argument, and the general huge amounts of men that have been speaking out about how marriage and relationships are just not worth it, and that dating is only ever worth it if you end up finding a unicorn where she's like putting in effort just like you are. With all of that very much known, it is no surprise that men are rather staying home, keeping their peace, chilling, working, or ignoring people.
That's the end of the list.
Consistent.
100 men.
Consistent.
Consistent sex.
Consistent sex.
100
yes.
men, and there's only 5 things here. 5.
Yep.
Not 100. Across the board, they just want to be peaceful. They just want to be respected. They just want your loyalty.
Yeah.
They want attraction, and they want all the time.
Yeah. Now, I want you to think about something in that list. it goes back to something that the women asked for, to accept them. You said that statement, accept their baggage, right?
Mm-hmm.
Notice how we didn't say that you got to be all of this. We accept you
for who you are
if you're willing to just give these few things. Because if you give me peace, you have peace. If you give me loyalty, you have loyalty. All of the things that they want in there is covered in the 5 things.
A lot of these modern women, man, they be asking for stability, they be asking for consistency, and a whole host of other things. But then when it's right in front of their face, they can't really recognize exactly what a healthy relationship is. And they fool around and fumble it. And they get mad when a man moves on. But you're not really ready for a man like that.
Things I will never let men do to me. Let's get real. Tell me that I can't wear something. Because the do you mean? At that point, just like say you're insecure and then like, let's get a move on it. If we are actually locked in like that, don't ask me to pay for anything.
Man telling you what to not wear doesn't make him insecure. His opinion should matter to you when you're in a relationship. Often I see women telling men what they should and shouldn't wear too, because, oh, this shirt looks nicer, this style looks better, but he can't do the same to you. And you shouldn't be wearing anything that encourages people to look at you in that type of way when you're in a relationship. And I know that's not the popular narrative these days, but I don't care. Many people go into relationships still acting like they're single. And that's why a lot of relationships are falling apart these days. Also, you're not paying for anything unless you're actually in a relationship. So he's supposed to take all of the risk getting to know you, but you don't have to take any realistic risk. This is why a lot of men don't bother dating anymore, because dating can be extremely expensive, especially when a woman has a ton of weird rules.
And I thought having 2 boyfriends meant double the food, double the bitch. I'm not getting and these are stressing me out.
She said she got 2 boyfriends. She thought it would be a good thing, but she's stressed and she's not getting. They probably know not to take you serious because you a cheater. I don't know why you would pretend to be stressed about something you don't care about, but probably because you didn't accomplish whatever goal you had set out. You know, I just don't understand why women spend so much time acting like we the worst, and then they tell themselves, date them all, may the best man win. The best of the trash they always complaining about, and then you wonder why you stress about something you don't even care about. You stress like somebody's supposed to look at you like the victim, but the only people that's gonna do that is other trash women. That's why she had all those likes on this. They out here really complaining because all of the they got don't act right. Do you know that you can really be in love with a woman and she'll be sad one day, and it ain't because of nothing you did, it's because of other. So there's nothing you can do to make that right. Try their life off and don't even understand how stupid they look. Subscribe to my YouTube, Planet Reality.
If a woman acts like a child, then she's dating a man.
Let's try phrasing that a little bit more accurately and see if it still sounds good. So if a woman acts in an infantile, immature, not completely cognitively developed manner, then that means that the guy she's dating should be complimented as being a man.
If she acts like a mom, then she's dating a child.
If she's acting in a way that's responsible, loving, and possibly caretaking, then that should be taken as an insult to the guy that she's with.
And if she acts like a man, then she's dating a loser.
So if they're acting confident, self-assured, independent, and most of all, responsible, that naturally means that the person they're dating is a loser. Right. Sometimes I really don't think that a lot of women think these things through, because quite frankly, it makes women look really bad when they say stuff like this.
Men don't beg no more. That's the problem. I figured it out. Back in the day, they used to be like, I only got 4 minutes. Do what I gotta do to prove to you that I would do anything. Now they be like, your mama ain't a motherfucking kid. They don't care no more. They used to be like, in 2004, I chose a tour, and I ain't gonna mess up no more this year. I'ma take it. They don't do that no more. They be talking about some put them in the street, blow their heads off, and make them beat my meat. Like, they don't even give a no more, and that's the problem. Men ain't out here begging women no more. They not out here begging women, and the women, they just out here being hoes. They ain't out here saying, I should have cheated. No, they out here cheating. They the men. Men, to fix the problem, y'all gotta start begging us again. Y'all gotta start making us feel like y'all want us again, because y'all making us think y'all want the men.
You know, a lot of these modern women want to be strong and independent. A lot of these modern women say they don't need no man until the weight, the pressure of being a strong, independent woman gets too heavy. It gets to be too much. And now you're online crying because no men will help you. Simple things like a man won't give me a seat. A man didn't pay for my coffee today. Like, why not? Because you're strong and independent, remember? Got to do strong and independent things.
I thought I was the only one that thought this, but there really is something slightly off about those men that golf. I completely agree with you, and I say this as a woman whose ex-husband was a golfer. Golf is a very selfish hobby because it's a very time-consuming hobby. You know, to play 18 holes at a golf course that is busy can take 5 or 6 hours, right? So they're spending all of this time playing the actual game, but they have to get there early to warm up, and then afterward they're going to have drinks or they're going to have lunch.
She eventually goes on to say it's also expensive. So when you're married, you're not allowed to have hobbies that take time or cost money? Oh, does that include both the woman and the man in the relationship, or just the man? Brunches are expensive, spa days, girl trips, appearance-based appointments, whether you get your nails done, your hair done, maybe a mix of both. Maybe surgical procedures, makeup, whatever it is. Those add up. Are you not allowed to do those once you're married? If a man made the same exact video, we would cancel him in 2 seconds. Out of all the hobbies, you're gonna pick golf to demonize. It's healthy. He gets to spend time with his friends. He's socializing. So what if he goes for lunch or drinks afterwards? Ideally, you guys have those conversations and come to some sort of agreement where you can have hobbies too. You both have hobbies.
Why are women so welcoming of men, but when women talk about straight men, guys are dogs, creeps, perverts, pedophiles, predators, and incels?
Because they are. I'm sorry, but like, the way people think about men is because they've been terrible forever, and so we're just gonna keep thinking that they're terrible the more they do terrible things. I don't shame men, so I can't answer this question.
A lot of women have been hurt by a lot of so-called straight men, and vice versa. A lot of men have been, hurt by a lot of women. So I don't know. I think I don't know if men appear to be less threatening to women.
I'm also not scared of men. Yeah, like men just like they feel so comforting and like I don't know. I think a lot of women have been wronged by like straight men, and so I think when they see men, they see it as like a different type of man, and they're like, oh my god, I love you, like you're so nice to me, like majority of the time.
Men celebrate straight women, and men understand that women experience a lot of from straight men, so it's kind of one and the same when men and straight women and straight men, because straight men kind of suck.
Staying in a relationship or a job that you didn't want to stay in. And our relationship timelines, I think we should trust them and that we will get to where we want to be and we'll find the person. And so when you find that person, you'll look back and know that everything made sense. And the years you spent with this person or months or whatever it was that you regret all played into the timeline that got you where you are today. I mean, if you were with somebody you knew was wrong for a decade, all right, I'll give you that. I'll give you that regret. Because you should, when you know something's not right, you should get out of it. And we tell you to trust your gut. But if you were in it in the moment and you only knew what you knew and you look back and you're beating yourself up, what's the point of that? Like, we've all been through it. Why was I with that guy? How could I have wasted my time?
I can't beat myself up for the relationships I had that ended because I have to reframe it as like, look at all the stuff I got from this. And whether you met new friends or you learned something about yourself, or maybe you just became more patient, became more kind. Maybe you learned that you have harder boundaries than you thought you don't want. Yeah. You know, I look back at one relationship in particular and him blaming me so much in the end, and I actually think if I could go back and do it again, I would be worse and I would have harder, stricter boundaries. And, you know, maybe you made friends through this or learned something. Maybe you just had a couple years of really great, like whatever it was, I try to just be grateful for that moment in time. I had what I needed at the time.
One of the most demonic quotes I've ever heard: happy wife, happy life.
Because if she's not happy, the whole house is in turmoil. Let me walk on eggshells. Don't want to upset her, because if I upset the wife, the whole house has to suffer. Stop giving place to the devil. You can't go around blaming people. Well, I woke up on the wrong side of the bed. Go get on the right side. Get back in. Roll over and try it again. But let it be the hidden man of the heart, and that which is not corruptible, even the ornament of a meek and quiet spirit. As I've said before, meek does not mean weak. It means strength under control. Quiet does not mean silent. It means peace and tranquility from within. Guess who has to do that? You.
Yeah, better listen to this one. She's describing me, first of all. Second of all, this whole happy life, happy wife, that's not true. You can have a happy wife and still have a life. You can have a pissed off wife and a happy life. So I don't believe that's true, happy wife, happy life. I do believe, do your best to make your wife happy, but at the end of the day, you can't make your wife happy. Only she can make herself happy. So I would say happy self, something shelf, I don't know.
A lot of these modern women thought they can continue to move the finish line or the goalpost over and over again. I'm going to continue moving it further and further back. And then I say, well, man, yesterday the finish line was here. And now today the finish line is here. That's just the way the game goes. If you really like me, then you'll do anything. No, I won't be disrespected. I might like you, but I won't be disrespected. You have a good day.
I'm shaking. I just got home from a date. We were going to an event and dinner. We did not make it to dinner. He just dropped me off at home. I'm back home. I've been gone for an hour and 15 minutes. I'm back home. And I have a friend coming to pick me up right now. I just asked him to take me home. You know the amount of times I have wanted to do that while on a date and I didn't, and I just sat there and grinned and bared it. A guy does something or says something or is something that I just don't jive with, and I stick around because it's the polite thing to do. Finally just said, look, I have to be really honest. You just did this thing that is really not my vibe and it's turning me off, and I don't think I can make it to dinner with you. To his credit, he took it really, really well, and he said, okay, I actually completely understand. Thank you for telling me, and let's go ahead and get you home. He also asked me out on another date. What? No.
I love the part where she told us what he did. I guess I don't understand the posting of this video in order to gain sympathy, yet this man did exactly what she asked, and he was very respectful. He got her home safe. Yet she acts like she just had an encounter with a bear. I don't think it's okay to make a video like this and to basically shame that man. And yes, she doesn't use his name or anything like that, but some people can connect the dots with social media. It can happen very quickly. And even if he just sees this, he's going to feel confused by one, because he did the respectable thing, and yeah, he asked for a second date. I don't think that's out of line if he didn't do anything crazy, outrageous, disrespectful. It sounds like it was just a very specific, particular thing that she didn't like. But if she left it as just a self-reflection and saying that she was proud of herself for being able to end a date that she wasn't comfortable with because she wasn't interested in him anymore, and she typically has a hard time doing that, yeah, that's awesome. That's a great message. Love that. But you don't need to shame the man.
The guys who I show little interest in are literally blowing up my phone, and the guys I'm showing interest in are ghosting me. This is a perfect example of cologne. When you're not interested in someone, there's no resistance. So all of your bad habits aren't present. Usually when you desire someone, or you're wanting more intimacy, more connection, you want things to go deeper, there's all sorts of little ways that you'll start tensing against intimacy, especially if that's something that you've struggled with for a long time, or you'll start bracing for rejection, bracing for disappointment, bracing, anticipating the other shoe to drop, not feeling safe, not feeling secure. What if I lose him? All of those habits have got to go. And this is why behavior shopping doesn't really work, because it doesn't solve the root of the issue, and that's how people get defeated in their love life. If you don't know what I mean by cologne, you can go watch my playlist on it. I explain it more there. I also have a really in-depth training on it inside Texting Magic, and that's really where I teach you how to stop bracing. Like, we go really in depth in there. There's really no getting around this, because when you like someone, you can't signal disinterest and expect it to go somewhere, right? If you don't like someone, usually what that's doing is it's just neutral. And so neutral, no resistance, that'll get you pursued. But most people don't feel that way when they really like someone. And so what you can't do is, hey, I really like you and I'm signaling yes. Now, please don't hurt me. Please don't hurt me. Please don't hurt me. You can't do that. That's the part that screws everyone up.
A lot of these modern women don't really understand that a man was actually out there pursuing you. Well, you know, he wasn't really courting like I wanted him to. Well, what does that mean? Oh, well, he wouldn't give me flowers every week. Let me ask you a question. Even if he was, what bearing would that have on the rest of the relationship? If he give you flowers, you know, every so often, like, hey, I'm thinking about you, and I'm doing other things that let you know that I'm thinking about you. Well, you got to wine me and dine me. A lot of these other men will do this, but how many of those other men are stable? How many of those other men are actually committing to you and giving you the time of day? What's that? None? I'm the only person that's giving you flowers. It might not be every week like they are, but these boys don't even call you back. These boys not getting you food. I done bought you groceries before. I didn't come over and fix your tire. But because I didn't take you out to Chipotle afterwards, now all of a sudden you're upset and I didn't do enough. Are we serious?
Women don't hate that they're getting older and they're losing their beauty. They hate that they wasted the best years of their life on your useless son.
Let this be a perfect example of why so many men have stopped dating altogether. We always talk about women and accountability, and at the end she says women are tired or they wasted their best years on your useless son, as if women don't make their own choices and don't hold their own accountability, and there's consequences to their actions. Additionally, the beauty standard that she's talking about is set by women to judge other women. Men are not walking around saying, oh yes, I would really love a queen with fake lashes. He would really love a queen with a BBL. The majority of men would rather a woman, and correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, to all the men out there, you would much rather prefer an authentic looking woman than someone who is fake and plastic to fit the beauty standards of the next woman. And that's why we have so many women walking around looking the exact same. Y'all look the exact same, carbon copies of one another. Let this video just be a perfect example of any excuse to shame men or call them crusty or useless, because I can guarantee you when you're in a relationship with useless man, he's not useless. The only time a man becomes useless is when y'all dry up his pockets or dry up his emotional well-being or dry up his self-esteem or dry up his self-worth and his self-confidence, because you come home every single day to nag and complain and make him feel like every single day, and y'all never stop for even 2 seconds to consider that maybe he's struggling because you don't lift that man up. You just tear him down and tear him down. And when he stops being the man that you met in the beginning or the man that you want him to be, you are all confused. It is just crazy that every single time I log on to this app, there's another woman talking about a useless man. Men are losers. Men are trash. Like, we don't have a male loneliness epidemic. Men are blood. Have some freaking accountability. If you picked a useless man, that is on you. That's not on the man that you chose. Again, you chose him. So back the f*** off. Okay, bye.
Oh my God, I had to just go ahead and skip all that because I'm sure that everybody by now is just annoyed to listen to this song because it's pretty annoying now. You know what's funny is that you guys are weak. Like, these women are weak. They wouldn't last being in a man's shoes. They wouldn't last. Y'all wouldn't last with the shit that they have to deal with on a daily basis, especially by us. but it's too much for you guys to just, I don't know, just do simple things, and that doesn't require a whole lot to do. And because you guys like to put that part of the song in there, I made like a little remix of my own now because I'm so sick of hearing this shit. But you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and put it in a man's version of how they feel when it comes down to this. I had to write this down because I had to think about it. I mean, like it's very simple. It's very, you know, it's kind of like shortened a little bit, but there's a whole lot more that men have to go through being, you know, your personal servant, since you guys feel that you shouldn't be doing for a man, but a man has to do everything for you. So I'm just gonna break it down to how I see it. That just, you know, it's just right at the top of my head. You know, I don't know. I'm not that creative, but all day, every day, father, a butler, mechanic, landscaper, and not a virgin, man with a phallus. Make sure it's 9 inches so that she never lifts that finger. 24/7 banking machine so she can live out her luxury dream. It's not an act of love if you make him do too much labor. That's how I see it. When you guys are sitting there talking about you guys have it that hard, this is what I see what men go through too. It's not just us. So stop making it all about you. You sound, okay? This is just nothing but retardation is what I'm seeing when it comes to that song. Now, unless you live in a Muslim country, then that would be completely different. But y'all are so privileged and whine about everything. It is just so annoying. God, whoever made this song, oh my God, go away. It just needs to go away.
A lot of these men have just started going places where they're accepted, is really what it is. After hearing what modern women talk about and how modern women just say a whole bunch of silly stuff, men have just decided, you know, let me seek out places where I'm accepted. Oh, men hang around men too much. Are you guys down low? Do you like guys? Yes, I like men as friends. And the men as friends seem to like me as a friend too. The guys, I'm going to go where the brothers say, hey man, I got you tonight, man. Don't worry about it. All right, man, I appreciate that. Hey man, I got you next time. All right, bro. Well, let me know. That's where men are going. Around other dudes that say, hey man, why don't you come up to the house? Man, let's play 2K or something like that. Hey man, let's go hang out. All right, man, what you doing, man? Man, get up. You ain't doing nothing, man. Let's go hang out, man. Oh, I'm tired, man. Let's go. Come on, man. Man, we going to the gym. Let's go. They hang out with other brothers that's motivating. Other brothers that's teaching, hey man, let's do better. Oh man, I don't know if I feel. No, man. Come on, let's do better. That's where they hanging out. And because y'all are losers, you're not going to be invited.
Hi, I'm going to give you guys real advice on how to date in person because I keep seeing all these videos of girls wanting to date in person and them complaining about how men don't approach you. Okay, no, don't approach you. They've never you like seriously. All right, let's just get right into it. Okay, men don't approach you. Men don't approach anybody, okay? This doesn't have to do with you personally. People are taking this like to a whole nother level of like men don't approach them and girls are starting to think that they're like ugly or something. They don't approach us, okay? And I don't know why we're acting like this is like the worst thing in the world. I don't remember men ever approaching us. And now all of a sudden there's this whole movement on social media of like people think that they're like stuck on dating apps because men don't. You can talk to them. They're a human being. I don't know if you guys are scared of men. Maybe that might be another thing. Maybe you're just scared. Okay. And if you're scared, you gotta like grow up, put your big girl pants on, grow some balls, and just talk to them. I don't know else. Like, I don't know how else to say it. I don't want to even get into like the nitty gritty of why men don't approach and why women think that they shouldn't have to approach men. It doesn't matter why, okay? That's just how it is now. So if that's just how it is now, then we need to do something about it. Okay, so the first step, if you want to date in person and real life meet men in the wild in 2026, is you're gonna have to talk to them. There's all those videos online of making yourself more approachable, doing a smile, making eye contact. That's called a waste of time. Okay, if you want to waste your time, go do that. Because I tried that. Okay, I was like, maybe I need to be like more coy. No. Go talk to them. Okay, you need to be talking to all of them, because that's like the only way that you're gonna get to know somebody. Stop with the weird eye contact, the little half smile, and waiting for somebody to approach you. They're not. It, like, literally, I would watch those videos of like weird psychologists, because they have a doctor in psychology, woohoo, but like making yourself more approachable and like standing there with your arms open. Please. Okay, anyways, go talk to them. A lot of times too, girls are like scared to talk to men. You're making this a way bigger deal than it needs to be. You can say literally anything, and I mean anything, okay? Men will not make you feel dumb. Like, we need to get that. Men are not rude like women are, okay? I'm gonna call you girls out because you girls are mean, okay? I'm a mean girl to men a lot of times, okay? I grew up with brothers. I'm not a nice girl. But that's fine. So I will choose them. I will choose the men, and I'll talk to them. Okay? A man is not going to ever make you feel dumb. Whatever you say to a man, like when you first approach them, they might look at you weird because they probably have never had a girl come up to them before in their whole entire life. Okay? That might be the weird awkwardness and uncomfortableness that's happening. But they're not going to make you feel dumb. So say whatever you want to say. Don't be like wasting your time on like a crush, because I'm telling you, a crush, you're just gonna be disappointed. Okay, don't waste your time on crushes. Also too, don't go up to men. People think, like, girls think that you need to like approach, like when I say approach a man, you better not be dumb and go up to the men and be like, oh hi, my name's Zoe and I just want to introduce myself. Be so for real. Like, if you want to embarrass yourself and make things awkward, that's like, go right ahead and go up to a man and say, hi, my name's Zoe, I wanted to introduce No. Okay? Some of you guys act, I don't know, and you guys have social skills, but for some reason when you guys get around like somebody you find like attractive or interesting, you all of a sudden think you need to say, like, not be yourself. And say some line, like say a pickup line. What are you? Like, no. Like, seriously. Say whatever you want. It better not be, hi, my name's so-and-so and I want to introduce myself and can I get your number? Because I see men on like TikTok comments and it literally makes me like want to throw up when they're like, just come up to us and like ask us for a number. I'm a woman. I'm not asking you for your number. Okay? Like, these men need to get real with that. No. If you were a man saying that, something happened with you. I'm not kidding. Like, something happened. You must not have a dad, because right? That is not a woman's job to ask a man for his number.
A lot of these modern women don't really understand that men be all in. Men be doing everything that you ask him to do until he realizes that he's the only one. He's the only one that's doing anything. And then he's like, wait a minute. Why am I the only one in this relationship doing anything? And then you get mad when he stopped, but you ain't really been doing anything. It's just stupid stuff. Once again, I'm reminded of the women who say, oh, well, over time, men start at 100%, and over time, they stop giving you 100%. They might give you 50, 60% after a while. Whereas women start not giving any effort, but then over time, they go to give you 100%. So how long did it take you to get to 100%? How long did it take you to even get to 25%, to put in effort at 25%? How long? How long did it take you to even get to 10% effort? Because y'all don't want to stop by Chick-fil-A and get that man something. You was already at Chick-fil-A. Why don't you just get him something? And you was already there. You stopped at the gas station. I'm getting me some snacks. Why don't I get him a little treat? You don't have to buy up the whole store. Why don't I get him something to say that I was thinking about him? Can't even put 10% of effort in.